Welcome to the final match of the Gold League. It is the Gold League main event. And we have what I honestly believe is a dream match. We got the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada!
You nailed that, bro. That was awesome.
You wanted me to gain more energy? There you go. You're welcome for that one.
The wild card entry of the Gold League. The Rainmaker representing the Don Callis family and AEW. Kazuchika Okada, as you saw earlier, when his entrance started, the money raining from the ceiling.
Just competing at such a high level.
I gotta agree with what you just said. This main event for the Gold League is an absolute dream match. Now, realistically, if you were to think about this match, you think, maybe these two wouldn't go together. But once you really imagine this match, you see these two standing across from each other. You can't help but salivate at the thought of these two touching in the ring.
That's what she said.
God damn it. I realized it after the fact. Two absolute future Hall of Famers in this business.
This should be a match that will be remembered forever. I had to try and word that the best way I could. But look, Kazuchika Okada, he won the wild card battle royal to get to this point, and guess what? He's facing a legend killer.
He's known as the Viper, Randy Orton. His eyes are narrowed. Randy Orton looks locked in. The voices in his head getting louder and louder. This could be trouble tonight for his opponent.
The Viper, the legend killer, and if you're talking to Pat McAfee, that doofus, he would tell you this man's the savior of the business. But we're gonna ignore that.
That pissed me off so much.
That's why we're gonna ignore
it got views on my channel. Almost 1,000 views. But, my God, what the frick, dude? I mean, how? How is it possible that the man on the phone was not Cowboy Bob Orton? It was not Ted DiBiase. It was... It's nice to know that the people still care about Randy Orton after that blasphemy of what happened Friday night on SmackDown.
Because they know it's not Randy's fault. They all know it's some TKO bullcrap. But we're not
getting monetized. We're not getting monetized, so say what you gotta say. We can't stand for this TKO bullshit.
Trying to keep it PG.
I'm trying to keep it PG, but I can't keep it PG when Pat McAfee is the one that was on the phone with Randy Orton and just pretty much killed Cody versus Randy.
That's why we're gonna ignore it. Alright?
Just like we're trying to ignore whatever was going on with the Liv Morgan WrestleMania teasers, we're trying to ignore whatever's going on with the Blake Monroe stuff. Look, there's a lot of things that I'm trying to ignore right now, but they just keep playing through my head, just like the voices that are inside the head of Randy Orton, okay? And the voices inside his head is literally telling him, hey, you need to go back to 09, Randy. You need to go back to that legend killer, that killer instinct that people grew to love. People grew to hate.
It's not Pat McAfee telling him, it's the voices, okay? We're not gonna let that bullshit infiltrate our beautiful tournament. Our gracious tournament. The crowd.
My mind is already going through. My mind's going through a million places right now. You know what? I'm in Randy Orton's shoes. All right. I graduated high school last summer, and ever since then, I've been self-isolated. I have not been, getting out a lot because I've been at home, just with this YouTube channel. I don't have a camera, and I don't have a chance to, do YouTube videos outside of the house, okay? And it doesn't help that I've been daydreaming like a freaking addict for pretty much my entire life. Just like Randy Orton has been listening to the voices inside his head for pretty much his entire wrestling career, which is why he's been doing some of the sickest shit in pro wrestling history, like freaking kissing Stephanie McMahon in front of Triple H. Which is why...
bring energy, not a CM Punk shoot promo. But yes, you are absolutely correct, as these two are not wasting any time.
This is why I gravitate towards Randy Orton right now, because Randy Orton is hearing the voices inside his head, and thank God for him that he has a family, because if he was all alone, those voices inside his head would be killing everybody right now, including Kazuchika Okada, who may be considered the best professional wrestler of all time when it comes to in-ring work, but Randy Orton would tell you, listen, I'm the legend killer. I'm a 14-time world champion, and at WrestleMania, I'm going to win my 15th world championship against Cody Rhodes, whether Pat McAfee is there or not.
I know you're going on a rant right now, but we cannot ignore that Okada just literally packed up and folded Randy Orton. And oh my God, he just knocked him out with a freaking crazy ass elbow.
Randy's gonna be fine. Here's why. As great as Kazuchika Okada is, as the count, people, they gotta focus on the count here.
7.
This entire match cannot just be me being on a rant.
Stop talking.
Okay, good. Okay, we're good. Right now, Kazuchika Okada, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, he's a favorite to win this match. But let's be honest on this, okay? Kazuchika Okada is going up against a guy who might be, in my opinion, the best psychological wrestler ever. He is the best when it comes to psychology, Randy Orton. Randy Orton is so good at the small details that you can't beat that. You seriously can't beat that. This man's, you know, facial expressions, everything he does in the ring is a part of a bigger story. Just like the Thunderwolf universe, it's a part of a bigger story. Every single video, every single short. And Randy Orton, in my opinion, doesn't get the respect he deserves. Randy Orton is a 14-time world champion, and yet people, he just doesn't get his flowers. He doesn't get his flowers. Wait a minute!
Spinning tombstone, as you're over there trying to make a philosophical remark about the Viper. Okada's over here dropping this mother canucker on his head of Rainmaker!
Oh no! Randy kicked out! He kicked out!
Now you're talking about how Randy Orton is the best psychological wrestler in the world. If there was a man that could match Randy Orton in psychology, it's this man. It's Okada. Hell, this man was considered the Randy Orton of New Japan to Hiroshi Tanahashi, who was New Japan's John Cena. This man was the foil for Hiroshi Tanahashi, just like Randy Orton was the foil for John Cena. These two men are way more similar than you think. You may think Randy Orton is the best psychological wrestler in the world, but you may also have to give that edge to Kazuchika Okada. He knows how to play the mind games. He's been in the ring with the men like Shinsuke Nakamura, the men who are king of mind games. Hiroshi Tanahashi, while also having the athletic skills, those in-ring skills to boot in that ring.
Let's be clear and honest about this whole situation, okay? The reason why you gravitate towards Kazuchika Okada more than you gravitate towards Randy Orton is because...
I never said that.
Well, I honestly am starting to see a narrative here. I'm obviously on the fence of Randy Orton because Randy Orton, you know, is a man who I honestly look at as the best psychological wrestler of all time. And on top of that, he has an incredible theme song. On top of that, that man is someone who I've grown up watching for years. Kazuchika Okada is someone that you would probably gravitate towards because he also has a badass theme song. He also is one of the best psychological wrestlers in the world. He
also has a pose where he puts his arms out like a freaking maniac. Just like Randy Orton. This man is almost the New Japan equivalent or just the Japan equivalent of Randy Orton. If there's a man anywhere close to Randy Orton outside of WWE that isn't Randy Orton himself, it would be a Kazuchika Okada. This is why this match is so intriguing for so many wrestling fans like me, like you, for so many others in the IWC that are idiots, for other people that are casual fans that may have seen Okada for the first time. They know why this match is so interesting, because these two men are so much more alike than people see at face value. That's right. Now,
Oh my goodness!
what a jump!
Another Rainmaker!
And no! Another Rainmaker pose! Can he be going for another?
I just don't understand why he didn't go for the pinfall right then and there.
I think it's because he knew that first Rainmaker got kicked out of. He's trying to put that extra gas on it.
You better hope the ref doesn't see. The ref! Oh, the ref saw! The ref saw! The ref saw! Randy Orton's got to take advantage of it, and he is. The dripping DDT. In the words of Michael Cole. Vintage Randy Orton!
He's right back
But Okada got back up! Kazuchika Okada got back up! Come on, Randy! Wait a minute! A roll-up? Oh, but a rope break! A rope break!
Okada knew. He knew Randy kicked out of that first Rainmaker. He knew that another Rainmaker couldn't just do it. He had to put that extra little bit of cheese on the meal. He had to add that little extra bit to seal the fate. Now, if it wasn't for him putting his feet on the ropes to try and get a more of an advantage on the pinfall, maybe he would have won. Maybe he would have gotten that 3 count on Randy Orton. It's just like Randy Orton, Okada is another man that knows how to cut corners when he needs to. As right now, goes for a kick to the gut. Randy able to catch it. Okada shoving him off. Randy was going for another RKO, but straight jacket neck breaker from Kazuchika Okada. As Okada heading to the top, maybe looking for that elbow drop. Actually, no.
What in the world is...
Looks like Randy rolled outside the ring.
Yeah, Randy rolled outside the ring.
Smart from Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy rolled outside the ring. So
that's that psychological side.
Smart move by Randy.
That's that psychological side you were talking about, but a big boot just lays out Randy Orton. If I had to say one thing that Randy Orton has over Okada, it's definitely the experience. He's been in the game way longer than Okada, but at the same time, while Okada may not have the years upon years upon years upon years of experience that Randy Orton has, this man can hit hard and knock someone out when he needs to. It's got a very evenly matched. As now, big powerbomb, Rainmaker pose. I think he's called for another Rainmaker, but Randy able to get to the corner. Again, the psychology of Randy Orton that you were talking about earlier. Right now, another schoolboy, but again, too close to the ropes. Randy Orton's just trying to find any way he can to take out Okada. Right now, he's setting him up.
RKO! Randy Orton! No! God damn it! God damn it! The match continues! You better end it, Randy! There it is! Another one! Another one! You gotta end it now! Come on! There it is! Randy Orton! Randy Orton has beaten Kazuchika Okada! God damn, dude! Woo, that pumped me up.
What a match between these two wrestlers. What an even match between these two wrestlers. There were so many moments where Randy could have had it won. So many moments where Okada had it won. All it took was that one crucial move, and it ended up being Randy Orton that was able to capitalize on it.
That was fantastic.
You have to remember, not only does Randy Orton have personal in-ring experience with almost 25 plus years in the business, not only that, he has the added fact of having a dad that was in wrestling, that taught him at an even younger age which means this man has been practically a wrestler or been training to wrestle for his entire life. That's how he's mastered this game we call professional wrestling. And that's how he's able to beat Kazuchika Okada tonight, using that in-ring savvy that the Viper can only have.
Man, oh man, I cannot express the amount of greatness that we see in Randy Orton right now. I mean, this is a guy who, in my opinion, is just a legend killer.